Hi everyone, this is Angelica. Thank you for watching today. So I'm going to continue with our series of the 4 agreements. And today I'm going to talk about the first agreement, which is being impeccable with your word. And this is probably one of the most difficult ones. Well, they're all difficult, but this one can be really be challenging. And it requires a huge sense of awareness to really watch yourself in your own thoughts and also in your interactions with others when you're speaking, when you're writing, the things you say on a day-to-day basis about yourself, about others. And sometimes our thoughts and our words can be so automatic and so habitual that we oftentimes just stay in that pattern and we don't make the changes because we just aren't being aware of what we are expressing. So to me, expression, creative expression, the word, being impeccable with that, really means being really in alignment with who you are at a core level, what you're here to accomplish, what you're here to do, what you're here to express. Now, expression can come in many forms. So especially if you have a 3 in your life path number, you are here dealing with expression, sensitivity, and creative expression. So really being in alignment with what you are creating on an outer level. When you first become really clear about what it is you're here to express outwardly, it's much easier to align those things out on an outer level with your word, with your expression. It could oftentimes be the case that people are not clear about where they're coming from, what their intent is, what they're here to do, their purpose and their mission. Or they could be clear on it and they're just not expressing themselves in a way that's in alignment with that. And I think if you're really clear there to begin with, this will be much easier for you to be in alignment with that purpose and with that sense of love. So it's about first taking responsibility for your life purpose, your particular mission, and then the word or the creations that you create in the world with that purpose in mind. So when you start becoming aware of what you're actually putting out to the world in the forms of speaking, because that's the easiest thing to notice at first, and then your thoughts and in what you write, everything around you can be harmonized with that beauty and that love that you are trying to express. As I have grown and spiritually awakened over the years, I really understand when I'm really going out of an alignment of who I truly am at a core level. Sometimes if I'll be talking to someone and I get caught up in maybe saying something that's not very nice about someone, or I get upset because somebody I feel has like wronged me and I start talking about it, it becomes so clear, so vibrating with clarity that this is not the right way to be. This is not in alignment with who I truly am. And so I almost in my thinking process is like, oh no, I've stepped out of alignment with who I truly am and I need to come back here to center. It's very vivid and clear to me now when I do those things. And it didn't used to be, because it used to be that I was in such a habit pattern of being a certain way, and it would just be that way all the time. And when I started to awaken and become more of who I truly am at a core level within myself, everything became more clear to me, and I became more sensitive to the words of others and how those affected me and how my words affected others and how my expressions of beauty and of light and of love affected others. My core mission is to bring happiness and love to myself and others. And in that, I need to be really in alignment with what I'm speaking and doing. And it's not easy, and nobody's perfect. This is something that takes a long, long, long time to even get to a point where you're good with it, say 80% of the time. So it's about coming out of fear and saying what you need to say in a loving way. So sometimes we're fearful to stand up for what we feel is right and what's true for us. And so sometimes, and I do this a lot, is we will accommodate with the other person and we'll go along with thoughts of others just to kind of make them happy. And it's interesting because this is another thing if you have a 3 in your life path. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I do a video on my channel about life path numbers, so go ahead and find the video about that. Anyway, 3 in creative expression has something directly to do with saying what you need to say to others. Sometimes, and this could be a problem for anyone, but it's especially a problem for 3s. What this means is that 3s are very sensitive. They can feel what's going on around them. They can feel into things really easily. And in a sense, they think that other people can feel them the same, but they can't. And so sometimes 3s have a problem with expressing what they really feel at their core level to say, because they're not even sometimes sure that that's what they're feeling. And so being able to stand in their power and truly speak from where they are at currently and speak their truth, and not necessarily in making it someone else wrong or anything like that, but just speaking their truth in a very confident way. So this is another skill that goes right along with being impeccable with your word. Saying what you truly feel in your heart needs to be said no matter what anyone else thinks, and not necessarily having to say it in a way that would hurt someone, but just saying what you need to say. And there's a way to do that. I think that's I'm still learning how to do that. So I'm not an expert on that particular thing, but I will say that I'm getting better at it. And oftentimes when you do tell people what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you want, what you need, oftentimes people are like really happy that you expressed yourself, and usually it's taken in a way that is very accepting. So standing in your truth, in your power, say what you mean, not being manipulative with your words, saying very clearly what it is you're trying to state without going around on all these other things, just being very clear and saying what you mean. So if you keep your word focused on what you know you truly are at a core level, all the other things will fall into an alignment. And as long as that alignment, I guess there is some gray areas where, there would be some questionable things, like if you wanted to be truthful all the time, you can kind of use your judgment when you know something's going to hurt somebody's feelings and it's not a good idea to make a situation worse. Then, use your judgment with things in being impeccable with your word. You don't want to make things worse for people. You don't ever want to hurt people with what you're saying. So try to be careful in that area. And the biggest part is what you say to yourself on a daily basis, and what you say out loud on a daily basis to others. So when you really take responsibility for yourself and where you're coming from with your word, with your creative expression into the world, you are very careful about the thoughts that you're saying. and the thoughts that you're thinking and the words that you're saying about yourself every day. So if you hear yourself saying, you know, things that you normally always say, or I'm not good at this thing. And I was just talking to my friend about this, I think it was last week, where we get into these automatic things or ways of saying things about ourselves that aren't true for us. And it's like we've said them for so long, they become true. But if we really take those negative thoughts and feelings and we think about them and compare them to our inner truth and our inner being, we start to realize that they're not really true. And so we can redirect those thoughts and words and start saying new things about ourselves. And this is where affirmations really come in handy. So if you have a certain thing that you're saying to yourself on a daily basis that is not in alignment with who you truly are, redirect those thoughts, redirect those words, and start saying new things, or just don't say anything at all until you can get clear about what it is that's true for you at this moment. And what is true for us at this moment changes over time, so we can always, you know, go back and think about, you know, what's true for us in this moment and redirect our actions and our thoughts and our creative expression to be more in alignment with that truth of who we are. So this is what being impeccable with your word means to me. And it could have many meanings because there's so many different aspects to this particular topic. But these are the points that I wanted to make for you guys and what I feel is really important in my life. Okay, so I think that's all I had to say about this. If you want to schedule a spiritual guidance session with me, you can below the video. I have my website on there, and you can just click on the services tab to find out about the services that I offer. We also have a website called Circle for Awakening. And what I'm doing now on Circle for Awakening is I'm having actual weekly classes or courses where I'm going to teach a topic. Everyone will, I put the homework up in the blog section, so everyone has a homework, and it's not like a lot of homework. It's just homework that enough that you can handle so that you can implement this new skill or tool into your life. And then at the end of the week, we all get together as a group and we speak about any challenges, inspiring things that have happened, questions, answers, anything that has gone along with this particular subject. So this week was beginning meditation, Meditation 101, which will be expanded upon in the future. But meditation is such an important thing. Just learning the basics is the first step. Today's video now Circle for Awakening also has videos, other videos that I have on there in addition to my YouTube videos. We have a monthly live call, and this month's live call is going to be with someone who's really, really special. And I don't know if I want to put that information out right now to you all, but we also have a forum. We have question and answer. So if you are just struggling with some things going on in your spiritual awakening and you really need an answer, you can go on there and ask, and you will get your questions answered. So it's a good place to meet people. It's a good place to learn. It's evolving and it's growing, and I'm really excited about it. So I hope you will check it out and see what you think. I hope you have a wonderful and magical and happy and healthy day. And thank you so much for watching this. And I will see you next time. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is what I was trying to think in my head of what else I wanted to say. The video I did today for Circle for Awakening is creative visualization. So the videos I have on Circle for Awakening are very specific to certain topics that might really help you. So creative visualization goes right along with meditation. But what it does is after you've gotten really good in your consistent meditation practice, you start to add the creative visualization aspect. And the reason that the creative visualization doesn't always work for people is because you have to be in a really calm place to send your energy out into the universe and be able to make things actually manifest here on the earth plane. Because if you're coming from a very busy mind, then you can't actually put your intention out in a way that's going to manifest what it is you're trying to visualize. So first, the first step is learning your consistent meditation, which is very easy to learn. And after that, you will begin your creative visualization, where you can actually see yourself in the place that you want to be. And that will speed up by a lot. It's almost like, it's so magical. It's like things will come like instantaneously when you learn the technique of creative visualization. Okay, the video is getting long. I think that's all I wanted to say. I love you all, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.